Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another Sort My Stash 2024 video, and this is part 14. I know, part 14 already. And part 14 is going to contain all of my Papatya yarns. Papatya is a Turkish yarn brand, and they have some absolutely lovely variegated yarns that we are going to go through. And I have them all here in my crate next to me, and that crate is filled with a Papatya only. And of course, I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview of that before we go through it all. But before we go there, of course, we cannot talk yarns without me having my faithful mug of tea. Today, this mug of tea contains the Pickwick Peach Infusion Tea. So it's a non-black tea with a peachy infused flavor. And I found peach just somehow was very fitting with Papatya because, yeah, it's, you know, peach makes me happy. It's summery feeling. The colors of these yarns, like most of them are really bright and it makes me happy as well. And both are starting with P, so somehow it just felt like it was supposed to be. But yeah, I'm going to give you a quick preview of the yarns, and then we're gonna get back to talking about the yarns one for yarn throughout this video, and the plans I had when I got them, I guess. So yeah, let's get going. Yes, peach tea, yum. I'm gonna flip you around to give you a preview of this crate. And here we have the Papatya yarns. You can see we have some batiks, we have cakes. And these, honestly, they are quite similar to the mandala if they aren't the same. Below here we have some Sunday, which is also variegated yarns. Here we have the Angoras, which is also absolutely gorgeous variegated yarns. We have more underneath here. So yeah, let's just get into talking about these yarns. And I do apologize for any shakiness here. I hope you survived. So we do have, so Papatya has some cakes, and they're just basically named cake. And if I'm not wrong, but I could be, then these cakes are more or less the same as the Line Brand's mandalas. If that is correct, I am not 100% sure. I do though believe I got the Papatya cakes for a lesser price than what the mandalas cost. When I look on them on website, I would say these are probably close to identical, but I wouldn't really know without having them in my actual hands. I may see if I can somehow obtain some Line Brand mandalas. They are not very accessible for me here in the Netherlands, but it would still be kind of fun to compare. I also have some ice yarns, which is also from Turkey, with a different label on. And I think they are the same as well. So I'll make a comparison video for you on that sometime out in the future. Please be patient. I have so many things that I want to do and have to do, and just many things going on. But the first Papatya cake is this, which is a 150 gram cake. I have two of them, even though they aren't caked up the same way. The colors are the same and they are the same dye lot. It's just depending on where the yarn ends started or ended. It's the colorway 230 of the Papatya cake, and it is what it's named, Papatya cake. And let's see, I have it here so I can easily read for you on this one. It's 150 grams, so that's 5.3 ounces. Gives you 540 meters of yarn, so that's 590 yards. It's 100% acrylic. It's machine washable. And Kamgan, who's the producer of the Papatya yarns, offers a free patterns for them. It's Oeko-Tex branded 100, which means they're tested against any harmful substances according to the Oeko-Tex brand. They say it's a lightweight 3 yarn, can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not bleach, do not tumble dry, do not iron, lay flat to dry. It takes one of these to make a shawl. They recommend 4mm crochet hooks or 4mm knitting needles. And that's pretty much it. And they have this nice photo of a shawl on the back side, which I don't know if that will really become that, but the thought matters. I think there are nice colors though, and they all match somehow. What you also can do with these yarns, you can easily like color control them. So just like take out the yarns per color and then split them up, should you want to do that. So that's a colorway 230, which I have there. Then I have 2 more, which are also the Papatya cakes. So the yarn specs are the same, so we're not gonna go through those in depth. It's a colorway 212. The funny thing is they're a little bit different. Like this is kind of popping out at the ends, where this is more like cake flat. And they also obviously wound up at different colors, but not an issue depending on how you want to do your projects, because you can always just cake them up individually. The colors are matching really nicely together in these cakes, so it is definitely possible. I really adore them, actually, these colors. And as I said, I do think I have some ice yarns that's fairly similar, if I'm not wrong. Let's jump into the Angora. The Papatya Angora is a merino wool blend, and they are a lovely variegated. Well, they also come in solids, but I only have the variegated ones. And they look like this, for example. This ball looks like this. This one is similar. I have 2 of these. These are 100 gram skeins. So this is a 100 gram skein. 100 grams is 3.5 ounces. And for those you get 550 meters of yarn. That's 601 yards. Isn't that wild? So of course this comes down to it being a fine 2-weight yarn. Papatya says you need 2 of them to make a shawl. They recommend 2mm crochet hook. I think you could easily hook size up a little bit though. Because it does have, as you can see, it does have a slight bit of a halo fluff. And this is where we are at. Maybe more like a hooks 3, I would go personally. But again, depends on the project you're making. You could also consider double holding them. Yes, premium quality yarn, merino wool blend. Muslin free wool. It's a colorway 82. It's 80% acrylics and 20% merino wool. That is what you're getting for this. And let's see, wash instructions on the back here. It is lay flat to dry, can be dry cleaned, can be ironed at low, do not tumble dry, do not bleach. Can be washed in the washing machine at 30 degrees Celsius, so 85 degrees Fahrenheit. 84, 85. That's pretty much it. Maybe I come down. I only have 2 of this color. I do believe I got it with this shawl as an intention, somehow of a shawl. But yeah, so I have 2 of these purple, blue, gray-ish colors. And then I got a bunch of some other colors. I got some of them over 2 rounds. Let's see, I'm stuck on some tape. Just a moment. I got them over 2 rounds. The first order, I got 6 of these, which is blue and gray, and I'm going to take them out for you because, like, when they are in this bag, it's not just, they aren't showing as beautifully, honestly. Because this is gorgeous. Honestly, gorgeous. This is a colorway 83. I like these. I was actually thinking about maybe selling them. I have 6 of these balls because I was wanting to make myself a sweater. And I wanted to make sure I had enough. And the reason I got 6 was because I wasn't sure if 4 would be enough. And the explanation basically comes when I bought the other 4, which wasn't this color, the other color I have here, they were sold out at 4. So I was like, okay, I have to have something else to make up for it. These look really nice. And I really, really enjoy these. Like, wow. Like, I had actually forgotten how beautiful I found these. Like, looking at them right here, this is really gorgeous. Try imagine what these can make. Like, I really like how these subtle gray, like it's grays and blues with a slight bit of a teal, but in general it's just blues. And at some stage I was like, oh, these are kind of cool, but I like these more, just a little bit more, even though I really like the purple flavor here, but it's just, they are somehow so much nicer. Can't explain. Gorgeous. So I have 6 of them, which is definitely more than enough to, should I want to make a sweater, And of course it's all tangled up again, which is kind of what happens always. But I have this bag of them, which I'm trying to keep track of. Never happens. I'm gonna put them out there in behind. And that's because when I decided on this sweater, I wanted to make them in rainbow colors. And I got all of them in this lovely, lovely rainbow. They're all the same yarn specs. I got them in this gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. A bit pastel rainbow. But there were only 4 of them. And I was like, okay, if I have to make a sweater one day, I don't think I'll have enough yarn. Then what? Okay, I'll buy them because I want them, because I really enjoy the colors, and then I'll find out later. So I got the 4, and this is a colorway 11. Then what happened is, next time I went shopping, they were back on sale, they were available again, but it was like half a year later. But there were 2 more in the right colorway. So I have 6 now. So now I actually have another 6 of these, and well, another 6 in total. I have 6. I've still not found a design for the sweater or anything like that, but I have the yarn, and I don't know if I need to make 2 sweaters, or I will still sum up with it, or what I'm gonna do, but the yarn is still gorgeous, and I think we'll leave it at that. You will have to stay tuned for anything regarding these Papatya yarns, because something will eventually happen. I'm just not really sure how, what, when, and so on, because, well, it's me we're talking about. We're talking about Stina, who has way too many yarns and way too little time. But they're really gorgeous, and it feels nice. It's a nice, soft one, and it's warm, right? Maybe I'm looking into some shawls. Maybe I'll just do the sweaters I was thinking of in the beginning. It's a little bit on hold. I still want to do it. I just don't know what yet. If you have suggestion for crocheted sweaters using Papatya yarns, do please link to patterns or anything like that. And it's okay if it's paid. In the description box down below, I'll be keen to have any suggestions, or if you know of similar yarns, weight-wise or whatever, having made crocheted sweaters, I'll be keen to hear, because what is I do want to make a sweater of it, because there's wool in it. It's not something that I would consider for a t-shirt. If any, then it would be like a vest or a cardigan, which is also an option. I'm not 100% laid fact, it has to be a sweater. Anyhow, we have, let's see, we should have 1, 2, I thought. Yeah, we have 3 cakes, and it's the Papatya Angora cakes. They come in various colors. I have 4 different colors here. The first one kind of matches the shirt I have on today, because it is in the orange shades. Like, it's, I would say it's like mustardy, curry, yellows, to more peachy colors to oranges, and then it goes back to the darker colors here. Yeah, that is what it is. It's a colorway 613, and let's talk about them. It's a Papatya Angora cake, is what it says here. Here it has a suggestion of some sort of a dress. But yeah, let's go through it. The colorway is 613, and it is so many things here to keep track on. It's 200-gram cakes, so that's 7 ounces, a bit more than 7 ounces, to 1100 meters of yarn, so that's 1200 yards. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It does not specify if it's merino wool, so it's just a chance that it's just wool. It is machine washable at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not dry clean, do not tumble dry, do not bleach. Lay flat to dry, basically. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. Well, machine washable, sorry. Machine washable, but lay flat to dry. Can be, one of these makes a shawl, one of these they claim make a sweater. Could be if you're knitting, maybe, I don't know. Or a small sweater. It doesn't say, it doesn't specify the size of sweater. 3 to 3.5 millimeter knitting needles or 2 millimeter crochet hook. I think you'll definitely need to be knitting to produce a whole sweater of this one. Because knitting just doesn't take as much yarn as crocheting does. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have one of these, but I also have it in this kind of peachy, well, not peachy, peachish color. It's a colorway 602. Yeah, somehow that could go well together. They have similar color traits, some of them, like here. But the pinkish one I have. Then I have one which is more like green. So I have 4 different colors, and that's it. This is a colorway 600. I don't have multiple of them, I just have one of each. But this is 600. And then I have a blue one, which is a colorway 605. 605. Here, ice yarns also have an Angora cake, and I would say they're probably the same. Again, more on that to come later in a later video, or review of these cakes. But this is kind of the cakes I have right now from Papatya's. Absolutely gorgeous, I would say. To the extent, at least, that I may. Then we have Papatya Batik, I think we should call them Papatya Batik, and I have some different ones. I do have Papatya Batik Silver, and I think I just have 4 of these. Yeah, just have 4 of these. Papatya Batik Silver. And they are definitely silver. All in a nice bag, because I'm really good at bagging my Papatya yarns. Papatya Batik Silver. Isn't this gorgeous? Wow. Actually, I'm going to take out an extra, because then I can easily read while you can glare at the gorgeousness. Because I think it's gorgeous. Papatya Batik Silver. It's 100 grams, so 3.5 ounces to 360 meters, so that's 393 yards. This makes it a lightweight 3 yarn. It can be washed at 30 degrees, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not tumble dry, do not iron, do not bleach, lay flat to dry. Can be machine washed. It takes 2 of these to make a shawl. They recommend 3.5 millimeter knitting needles or 4 millimeter crochet hooks. It is 95% acrylic and 5% polyester. And this one is the colorway 19. Colorway 19. And it is gorgeous, and it feels pretty okay. For something that has sparkles and shines. It's not stiff or itchy. It's just very nice. I really like these. Wow. Shiny. Shiny. Gorgeous yarns. Absolutely gorgeous yarns. That's the end. And I have one more of the batik, just a different colorway. Just trying to keep track of all my yarns, but we are getting closer to the end. I have 4 of the batik silver in this absolutely gorgeous, I would say parrot rainbow color, and that's the colorway 37. Same yarn specs as the one we had before, but don't you agree? They're gorgeous on each their own. Which one of these do you like more? Let me know in the description box down below. I like them on each their own, and I can't really make a choice which I like the most, because this is like a night sky, absolutely night sky with stars shining and sparkling. And this is just rainbow. Both are gorgeous. So that was the other Papatya batik. And then we have, yeah, we have more Papatya. I have a whole 6 just general of these, and I see that actually, oh, well, I have 5, but what I see is that is the one I had is, well, I did have 5, but one is in a different bag, so I do have 6. So I'm just gonna do like this and say this is the one I have, and that is the regular batik, no fancy glitters. It's a little bit more diluted, so they do come in with silver shines and not, but I couldn't find this one in the general batik that was sold out, so I got the more lighter one, and I really enjoyed this. And I do believe that Asians have a similar one, and that might be their magic lights. Again, we do know, if you have experience with yarn, you do know these days that many companies go to the same yarn mills and the same yarn produced. We just throw different labels on them and brand them differently. But bottom down, the yarns behind the labels are the same. We as consumers just don't know unless we really dig our noses into it. We just buy the yarns as Papatya or as Ice or as whichever brand that might be. Papatya generally is reasonably good priced. This is the colorway 11, and I have 6 of these balls. Yarn spec wise are the same as the silver batik, except these are 100% acrylic. They don't have the 5% polyester. And I have 6 of them. 6 gorgeous yarns. And I'm starting to get issues with my pile of yarns. So just let me make some room and we'll go through the last yarns I have. So I calculated I have 4 types of yarns left, a few different colors. I have 3 types of yarns left, different colors. That's how it was. 3 types. And the first I have is their Papatya Cottonish. Papatya Cottonish is anti-pilling yarn, and it does say man-made cotton fiber, which is not cotton because it's not cotton fiber. So I'm not really sure how we go there, but Papatya Cottonish anti-pill, and it here says man-made cotton fiber, but it's not man-made at all. Well, it is man-made, but it's not cotton. Maybe it's like nep fake cotton. Papatya yarns again. This is colorway 80. I really adore these colors. Oeko-Tex branded 100, so can be washed at, let's see, can be washed at 30 degrees. It says machine washable, 100% premium acrylic. How can it be man-made cotton fiber when it's 100% acrylic? I'm failing to understand the marketing ploy here. Okay, it's 100 grams, premium acrylic, so 3.5 ounces, 250 meters to 273 yards. Can be washed at 30 degrees, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Lightweight 3. It requires 3 of them to make a shawl. 4 to 5 millimeter knitting needles or 3 to 4 millimeter crochet hook. They have free patterns on the website. That's pretty much it. Ecotex branded 100, so test against all sorts of samples. So this is colorway 8. I just have 2 of them. And the thing is, I do have an anti-pill premium acrylic from Ice, where I think the colorways are identical and it feels identical. So again, we have this Papatya Ice yarns overlap. That said, I do believe with buying these from where I bought them versus buying them from Ice and paying for the shipping and taxes, because I have to pay import tax from Turkey, ended up being that these are actually cheaper from the Papatya than Ice. And everybody say Ice has cheap yarns, and they do. There are just shipping fees and import fees. And for many yarns, this is still really good value, but not all yarns are actually good value getting them from Ice. So you have to have your eyes open when you do that. I have 2 more of this cartoonish yarns in a different colorway, and they are definitely more like rainbow. Definitely more like rainbow. Same specs, anti-pilling, except this is a colorway 14. So they are kind of the same yarns, just different colorways. And I do like this one most. Like if I have to compare these, I prefer this one. That's my personal opinion. I'm always happy to get other opinions. I'm not really sure what to say about this. It's a bit funny made, and the fiber really is, it's not twined, it's more like it's chain spun acrylic. Look at that. Don't know if we can get it to focus well enough, but it's like a chain spun acrylic. It's a bit funny. So that was the cartoonish. Yep. Then we have our Papatya Joyful, and I actually have 6 of them, but one ball is in a different crate right now. And that's because that ball has been in that crate for a while, because I actually wanted to make a swatch of it, and I wanted to show you guys how this yarn works up. I just haven't gotten around it yet, so it's in a sometime out in the future when I have time, projects, when I have time to just sit and record and I'm not too busy. Anyhow, this is the Joyful, which is the colorway 16. I had hoped not to need to open this one, but I can see on this that I will have to do that. Because obviously the other one I have is upstairs. Well, I think I might have to do. See, I'm really sad to have to open this one because it's really tight nicely and it will mess up the whole bag. Can you forgive me for not opening it? I hope you can. I think it's not having too much of a glare, and it's actually showing up pretty true to color. It's rainbow, all colors of the rainbow. I just need to see if I can actually find a place to read about it. Yeah, I can. So we don't have too much of a glare here either. They are 100-gram balls to 3.5 ounces, 200 meters to 218 yards. This, they call it a fine weight too. I kind of disagree. It's probably more like a 3 weight. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It requires 2 to make a shawl. No, it depends on the size of the shawl, I would say. They recommend 5mm crochet hook or 3 to 4mm knitting needles. This is the colorway 16. As I said, I have only 5 here, but I do have 6 in total. Can't be washed in the washing machine. Free patterns to be found at their website. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Papatya Joyful. I made hats of them reasonably okay and successfully. On a different colorway, but I have. The last I have is the Papatya Sunday, which is a gorgeous variegated yarn, but they are thinner yarns. So that means that it takes thinner hooks. And the fun thing is definitely that, no, this is 100 grams. This one is 100 grams. This one is also 100 grams, right? Look at the size difference here. The size difference. Both of these bowls are 100 grams. Oh, that would be more correct. Both of them are 100 grams. Isn't that crazy? So this is 100% acrylic. This one is 100% microfiber. And it looks like this. In the end, I do have different ones also. Depends on how they're wound up. I have 5 of these in this colorway. Actually, this one is nicer to show, I think. Crochet branded 100, of course. Papatya Sunday. This is a colorway 3. I think it's gorgeous. 100 grams. They call this a lightweight 3, where I think this is more like a 2 weight. So I'm not 100% sure I agree with all their classifications here. It takes 3 to make a shawl, they claim, which I can imagine actually. I'm not sure if I got them with the intention of making a top or if I did to get them shawls. It says here on the side, this yarn meets the human ecological requirements as to locum. Well, basically it's the Crochet branded yarns. 3 to 4 millimeter knitting needles or 2 to 3 millimeter crochet hooks. Can be washed at 30 degrees Celsius, so that's 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Do not bleach, do not tumble dry, do not iron. Can be washed in the washing machine. 100% microfiber acrylic. So it's an acrylic microfiber yarn. They are quite condensed in the sense of, and they are definitely also thinner. And I do believe they're similar also to a Lion brand yarn. I just forgot about the name. But I think they're gorgeous. So I have 5 of them. So I can definitely both make shawls, but I could also consider making a top or something else. What they are gonna be is still undecided. I have some more. And I'm realizing how heavy all this is. But we're gonna go through them. They are the same yarn spec, Papatya Sunday. These are the more like real neon colors. You have the pink in here. And then it goes purple to lighter purples to greens to brighter greens to blues. And we go back eventually to go yellow, etc. This is a colorway 5. I think it's gorgeous. Also, I do believe Ice also have a version of this, if I'm not wrong. I just don't remember the name of them. But that was also some that I wanted to buy sometime out in the future, but never got around. And then I have, and this one actually feels soft when I'm sitting with it here, colorway 11, which is magenta, orange, browns. Also quite nice. This really matches me today. And I can see them both make shawls and tops and sweaters. I can see them make many different kind of things. But still, it's quite impressive that these are 100 gram balls and they're pretty like compared to this. Like I can feel weight wise, but the size wise is crazy. There is so much more airy in the Papatya Batik, and the Sunday is such more compact fiber made up. Microfiber. It does feel nice though to touch, so it has a nice touch. I have 5 of each of them, so I have 5 of these, and I had 5 of the others. So When it comes to the Sunday, I also have plenty of options to do and to work with. And that's pretty much it. Now this box is empty and it's time to put them all back in the box. I got a good idea of what I have. I know what I have here, and yeah, if I'm gonna make something from all of them or if I might end up selling some of them, it's a bit undecided. But it was a pleasure to go through all these yarns, and hopefully I will have the opportunity and chance to make some projects for you guys or make some reviews or whatever on a later date. Many plans at least. Then I'm gonna see you next week Monday for a new Sort My Stash 2024 video. And until then, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hit the like button for the video if you do enjoy talking about yarn and watching yarn. And if you enjoyed this video, of course, I would also appreciate a like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.